Hello, I'm writing an article series right now about state adapt and progressive reactivity in Angular in general. Here's what the article looks like. This is the intro to the series. It's basically talking about complexity as it go from level 0, which is static content, to progressively higher levels of complexity, ending at multi-store selectors. It's somewhat state adapt specific terminology, but it's generally a pattern. It's like in NgRx it'd be multi-state selectors, and NgRx it'd be multi-reducer selectors. So I'm working through this, and I have decided to see. I just posted this one, and I need to post the next article. I need to write the next one. And in order to do it, I need to survey the existing state management solutions and sort of what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the example that I've used here, which is the color picker thing. Anyway, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to re-implement it in NgRx and NgRx Component Store and Akita, NgXS, Elf. I think those are the main ones. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to compare their strengths and their weaknesses and basically say, if you don't do state adapt, which one is best. And the reason I'm recording this is because there's some things that I'm going to want to say about them that I don't want to put in the article, because when I'm just seeing things for the first time, I'm going to be speaking more freely, and on this YouTube channel, not very many people are watching, so I think it's safer to speak freely. But if someone's really interested in state adapt in the future, they might come back and watch this and be like, oh, okay. So that's what he thought about that. That's what he thought about that. That's the hope, that somebody would care about this like that someday. But either way, it's enjoyable for me to make. And I do like this idea of sharing my thoughts about it. And I just don't want it to happen, because what happened a while ago was this article, and this one made people mad because I came out of the gate saying I didn't start this as intelligently as I could have, and it used to be worse than this. I edited it to be smoother, but basically I said, here's why I didn't pick NgRx, here's why I didn't like NgXS, and here's why I didn't like Akita and subjects in service. And so state adapt, I made it for this problem. By the way, I rebranded state adapt. I don't know, I probably haven't mentioned that yet, but new logo, redid the website a bit. You can do light theme, browser setting, dark theme. Anyway, people got mad at this, and I don't want that to happen again. So I'm just going to share this one on YouTube, and people are not going to really watch it. Not very many people are watching, except really interested people. So I'm going to share this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fork this. Oh, it was that simple, huh? All right, I'm going to call this RX Store, Progressive Colors, and it's not forked. There. That's that. And if I refresh on my... Here we go. Look at that. NgRx Progressive Colors. Cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to App Component and comment all of these. Ugh. Come on, man. Why is inline templates such a radical thing in Angular? This is ridiculous. It's just a lot of little things are not supported. For example, syntax highlighting. But anyway. Okay, so this is just the jQuery thing. You'll notice the name doesn't update. That was part of the point of my first article. And then so notice the color name never changes. That is what imperative programming leads to. So the goal of this is to solve this using the state management libraries in as reactive a way as possible. I'm going to increase the font size a bit. That should definitely be enough. If I can come up with some pattern to use each of these libraries in as reactive a way as possible, that's what I'm going to use to judge and compare when I do the final article. I'm going to try to be nicer about it than I was in that other article I showed you that people got mad at. But I'm just going to be like straightforward and objective about it. So I think NgRx is a good one to start with because it is a popular one and it's the one I'm most familiar with. So while I go through a lot of these unknowns, like getting rid of state adapt, stuff like that, it'll be nice to have fewer uncertainties with everything else. So I will start with something I'm familiar with NgRx store. So let's get rid of state adapt and get rid of the angular one. Get rid of core. Okay, now we're going to add. Okay, fine. Where is it asking for that? Shared state component. Yeah, okay. I'm still importing it here. That's the issue. Should be happy now. Yay, good. Okay, now I'm going to bring in NgRx store. NgRx store. Okay, now it's probably a good time to go to NgRx. All right, here's the official website. So let's put that next to our thing. All right. Now, okay, getting started. Store module, that's what we want. Oh yeah, we need to set up our reducer beforehand. Not really, we can just, so we got imports. Store module, yay. Can't find it. Yeah, well, it's right there. Stack Blitz is buggy. Stack Blitz is buggy. Sometimes, sometimes you can save it and refresh and it'll just work magically. So that's what I'm going to try here. Still can't find it. Why? What is going on? Is there like a package lock that it's hiding from me? And NgRx store. It's installed. That'll take a while. And then, okay, well, this kind of sucks. Wait. Let's try that. Okay. All right, auto import. That sucked. Okay. All right, well. Okay, back to the documentation. And the thing is, I used NgRx heavily in 2017 and 2018. And then I used NgXS in 2019 and 2020. So, but it has changed. And I've tried to keep up with the changes, but it's not like muscle memory. So, we'll see what we get. Okay, but for now, what we need to do is start with the first feature. So first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this. Wait, this isn't even used anyway. So, I mean, this is just the exact same thing. Cool. All right, app component. Let's enable that. Oh yeah, need to add it back in. There, now we're good. Okay, yay, Angular doesn't have bugs like jQuery does because it's declarative, reactive. Okay, now let's do the next one, derived state. Here we're actually using a behavior subject. I thought I was already using adapt for this, state adapt, because it can do this easily, so doesn't matter. So this one will be the same as well. So I can just enable that, enable. Okay, now the third one. This one should be interesting. It is. All right, now here we want a state change and a selector of colors. So what is our state shape? That's our state shape. Okay, now we need to start creating some things. So I'm going to do reducer. It knows. Okay. Now I know that NgRx has changed a lot, but I know it hasn't changed enough that you don't create reducers anymore. So, yeah. Okay, so, oh yeah, actions. So about different files, I'm not going to like penalize files. I'm just going to count the lines of code that are actually used. Because putting everything in the same file, that's like not an advantage. It's just a decision that you could change. So yeah, I'm going to do this kind of the standard way. I'm going to have a reducer file and an actions file. It just so happens that putting it in an action is, or putting it in the component, inlining it is like really convenient. But it doesn't really matter. So I'll just do it like the typical NgRx way, and I won't count the imports as special lines of code. I want to do yeah. I want to do it in a fair way. So okay, what are the actions? Well, we have change color. So where are the actions? We're not doing an action group. I know there's new syntax for that. I think this is just going to be kind of boring, so it's going to have a payload, but all right. Create action, and it's going to be change color. It's going to have an index and it's going to have an index and a new color. Yeah, if you look here at the component, it's got new color and index. So let's replicate that. They've got like a props example, I think, somewhere, right? This is getting started. I forgot. How do you do it? Do you pass it in here? I think is a generic type, probably. Prop. Oh, it's a second parameter. Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay, actions, props, and index, number, and then new color string. Great. So when I count this, this will be 4 lines of code, not 8. Why is it importing from there? Man, I freaking hate broken stuff. So I count as 4, not 7. Okay. All right. So that's that. Now we go to the reducer and we can import that. So initial state is going to be this right here. Cool. And then we're going to have on change color. Sweet. Good job. And we're going to paste this thingy. Stay. Oh, right. Is it the second argument? What is this? They'll have it here. Reducer. Yeah, second. Okay, so there's that, and then what's it going to be? Index and new color. Good, cool. So that's pretty great. That's pretty great. Great. That's great. Okay. Reducer seems done. So we've got initial state, namespace. Okay, now we need to, this is not the counter, this is the colors reducer. And so now in app module, we're going to import yay, great. Okay. That was not bad at all. I need to change that name. This is actually the state changes color reducer. Right? I don't. I'm just gonna append that there, and in here do that and that, and call that good. Okay, what happens? Oh, we haven't wired up our component. Okay. Now, yeah, this is more boilerplate. It's yeah. I mean, just having it in separate files and like having to wire it to the app component when you could just do it in line here. We need selectors too. So let's do that right now. Selector. Okay, create selector. So state makes sense. You want to create, a separate file for this too. It could be in the same one, but I will go ahead and make it separate. State changes selectors. .ts. All right. Now we've got create feature selector. Oh yeah, this is for like the main. This is because you're grabbing the feature itself first because you need to. Man, I really like state adapt. Okay. So I'll just copy this first. So it's never going to be that. Read I didn't do that for mine, so this is going to be that. And colors. I believe it just has to match, right? So let's do that as colors 3. This is the other thing. Reducers will be instantiating like eagerly, so we actually have to namespace these, whereas in state adapt we actually didn't have to. Okay, so create feature selector. Is it going to be the wrong place? I bet. Select colors. This is going to be the exact same thing. Select colors. What am I actually doing here? And what is the selector? Where are you? I'm just going to click over here. The selector is colors. I'm going to call this color state. And this is going to be colors. Create selector. Holy crap. Stop that. And you do select color state as the first one, I believe. It doesn't have to be an array, I don't think. And we'll do, let's call it state. And then we can just return this, I believe. Oops. Yay. Perfect. Beautiful. I think that's good. And this would be 8 lines of code. So, yeah, okay. I think we're about ready to use this. So, constructor, private store is going to be NgRx Y. I don't know. That's gone though. We don't even use this yet, so that's all right. Okay, so what do we need? This is one of my least favorite things. You can't dispatch. Like, you can't change the color. You have to create a method, which is a container for imperative code. So change color. No. Action. It's not an action creator. You actually have to do this, right? And it needs these things, so we're going to do new color index number. Okay. Change color. Well, I kind of failed at that. So, you can't drag things in stack blitz. No, I had it right. Okay, index new color. What's the deal? Okay, so you actually do need that. Yay, good. I'm glad it's an action creator. Good old Redux patterns. I love them. Some of them. Okay. All right. Now we need colors. Select colors. What happened to this one? Oh. you do need to, this is the naming convention. This is the appropriate naming convention. So, okay. All right. This should work now. Trackpad's way faster. I should just use that. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then that. Where'd the color picker component go? Yeah, here it is for some reason. Oh, right. So we need to go down here and update the template. Yeah? Okay, now we need to update app component. And now we have NgRx. All right, we did it. We've got NgRx here. A full feature with NgRx. How cool is that? Let's make sure it's still doing stuff. Why is this struggling? Is that it? No, that was the one I was looking at. Not that. Maze posters. Looks like Displate is using Redux. Well, I think I have to just do this. And they're both one, two, three, four, five. Okay. Redux. It's just going to be the same problem. Where are you? I don't know how to select the story even in this, so let's pull it back. It's zoomed in, so it's just the same thing. Oh, this. Okay, come on. State changes. Why isn't it showing anything? Auto select. Come on. What was going on? So I'm going to save it, refresh, and see what happens. I'm going to pause while I figure this out. Oh yeah, I need DevTools, don't I? I need to actually configure that. Okay, all right, getting started. Let's see DevTools if that's in here. Nope. Nope, installation. What's in here though? I know I've seen it before. Slice, is that mentioned somewhere? Yeah. Redux DevKit has this too, or whatever it's called. I'm going to come back to this. I'm just going to look for the here we go. All right. That's what we need. And hopefully this works. Nobody cares. Okay, so this app module. Okay, now. There we go. Hey, look at that. Change color. Yes. All right, let's look at the state. Cool, cool, cool. That is amazing. Why? Oh, because it happens after probably. Okay. All right, well, it's working. Okay? It's working. Oops. Oops. Hit 2 of them, apparently. Okay. I didn't miss anything. God, scrolling is forever. Okay. I'm not going to count the lines of code. This is obviously longer. It's bigger. But it follows the same pattern as state adapt. Like you create the actions, and then the state changes and selectors. They're just all like, oops. They're just all like super spread out and fluffy. So, okay, let's go to the next one then. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna copy these. What's the 4th one? Let's copy these. I think I have to open them to copy them. Let's look at what we have here. Oh, we got 3 stores. Oh. Let's look at the feature selector. All right, so I paused it and read this, but so it's basically just a way to create selectors for state property names, and it really only works because they pass in initial state. I don't think you could do this if it weren't for that. Maybe you could if you use like proxy or something. Create feature. I don't know. It's not that interesting to me. It could be nice, but whatever. Anyway, it doesn't really help in our situation, so whatever. So I think what we need to do is, well, generally, when you come across this problem in NgRx or NgXS, either it's too late or it's not too late. And too late, by that I mean, either you can I don't know. I guess I don't know about too late. There are just 2 options. One is you can modify the actions to put the namespace as part of it. And then in the reducer, you just return the right state depending on that. Or you can create different reducers and reuse some state logic. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create different reducers with, but would you really want to do 3? 3 different reducers with 3 sets of actions. I don't think most people would actually do this. I think they would create nested state. That's what I have done. Yeah. The nice thing about separate reducers is you don't have to do the nested state change logic. You don't have to spread into the property and blah, blah, blah. The nice thing about having one reducer is you can use the same action and just pass in another property to it. Which one should we do? The other thing is we don't need to create 3 separate reducers. We don't need to create selectors, like feature selectors for each. I think the path of least resistance is modifying the action type. That is the path of least resistance. That's what most people would do, I think. So that's apparently the right answer. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to modify the action to take a parameter. Yeah. Yep. This is one of the reasons I created state adapt was for this situation. If it's more advanced state, it's like really, really annoying. Yeah, that's an unfortunate side effect that the path of least resistance is to duplicate the business logic instead of the boilerplate. Like the reducer, the logic is tied to the reducer, which is tied to the action. So, yeah, if you extracted the logic, then you'd have to duplicate the reducer and action because the reducer is tied to the action. So I'm going to say this only half passes this. Because this isn't too bad to adapt in this situation, but it doesn't get full points because you didn't extract the logic by itself. You changed the logic for yeah. So all right, but that's what I'm gonna do. First thing, create actions. So for state adapters dot action. It's real unfortunate that that's the name, but down the road, a lot of things are going to be the same either way, so I'm okay with this, doing it this way. State adapters dot actions. That's just the name of the step or the type, so not worried. So anyway, so now we're going to call this color type. I'll call it a string because I do not care at the moment about being super precise. So now we're going to do state adapters dot reducer, and we're not going to import that one. We're going to import that one. Totally different. So initial state's now going to change. So we're going to have we call this initial colors. We're going to have favorite, disliked, neutral. Okay, so that's cool. Now we're going to have and now here's the nesting that we have to do. State. We're going to have color type. This looks just like how I've done this with other NgRx and NgXS apps where something needed to be shown twice on a page. This is so familiar to me. Okay, now we're going to do state color type. There we go. What's the deal with that? Come on. Why? I mean, I know, but fine. Favorite or disliked or neutral. That sucks, but that's just how it is. Why? No, this is going to be one of those three. That's one of those three. That has to be. Fine. Screw you. If you're going to be like that, I'm going to cast it. All right. Whatever. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to go to the selectors. This is the fun part. For state adapters.selectors.ts. Here we go. Oh yeah, we need to modify now a reducer. That's 4 instead of 3. Back here, we're going to import there we go. Hey, we're getting close. Yeah, it's not as descriptive either. Anyway. Selectors. Right. So this is going to be colors 4. That's going to be the main thing. Now this is going to be get select colors because this is a selector creator now. And it's going to take in oops. No, is it going to take that in? Because now we need 3 more selectors. So no, this is going to take in. What is this going to take in? It's been a long time since I've done this. And I'm tired, so don't make fun of me. Okay, so color type. I mean, we could do this, but no, you do want selectors, so I'm just going to do that right now. Ugh, God, this chair is annoying. Const select favorite colors. Great selector. First one's going to be what? Oh, right. Okay, we're going to do this properly right now. Okay, now we're going to import that. That was a little weird, honestly. Okay. Oh, great. So now we get autocomplete. Good. Oof. Man. Doesn't have that update. That's one of my favorite things with VS Code now. Is it knows what case to put it in. It's so amazing. I love it. Okay. So this is drilling down to the next feature. And then we definitely want this because if they update favorite, we don't want to recalculate the others. So yeah, this is good. I think. I don't think this is necessary. I think we could. Yeah. I do think that you have to actually do it this way. So, yeah. But the other thing is you can pass in props, I think. Maybe I should take advantage of that somehow. Let's see. How exactly is that done? Prop. Oh. Yeah, good call, I guess. Yeah, you can just create your own thing like this. It's not that interesting. So, I don't know. After this, I'm going to read through this, make sure there's no extra special thing that I'm missing. But basically, what we actually want is something like this. Oh, man. Okay. And it's going to be that. All right. Okay. If there's a better way to do this, let me know. But this is kind of more or less how I remember doing this in my first NgRx project. NGXS has a different way, but I think it's more or less the same. I'm gonna get rid of this here. Oh, this is select favorite. Yeah? Yeah, what? What? Oh, it's not the color type. It's state. Okay. Oh no, Selecto. We don't need that. Okay. Select neutral. And I believe that's how you do this. Holy crap. Is that real? That's insane. All dealing with that nested state. So maybe this is... Well, if we had 3 separate reducers, you'd end up with something similar to this because you'd have a different feature selector for each. But those would return the string array. The string array. So it'd be 3 of these instead of this and 3 of these. And then you'd have just 1 of this again, and then 3 again. Honestly, it's not that different. If you're going to create like 2 extra, 3 extra reducers, and it's a mixed bag, honestly. Maybe I should do it the other way after this, because right now I just want to get through this. And then compare these. That might be interesting. Yeah, I could just comment this out and do a totally different thing. Anyway, this works anyway. This is pretty much right. So let's go to the component. This isn't trivial either, but all right. let's go. Let's do this. Okay. So we want favorite colors. Select favorite colors. That is impressive to me that StackBlitz has this. Good job. Control Option Shift moving to do camel case. Oops. That one. I need to import these. Maybe I should be counting as imports as lines of code. Just kidding. I will not change that. I will just go on. Okay, let's go back to 3. Copy our wonderful imperative container. Now back here, I'm going to put that down there. Oh no. Hey, it's okay. Oh yeah, I changed it back. Okay. Yeah, if we put that in a service, it'd be barely more lines of code. So, yeah, putting it in line is not a big deal. Okay, now we need to update the template. And then we're just going to put third as favorite. This is closer than what's there, so disliked and neutral. Cool, I think we're good to go then. Now let's go back to app module and add our component. Oh no. Okay. Go away, go away. There we go. All right, now we need to go to the app component and move our comment to here. And it's broken. Okay, what did I do wrong? Oh, it's working. I don't know what the deal is with that. It just wasn't working for some reason. Updated that. It didn't update the wrong thing, so this is looking pretty good. Let's see what the dev tools have to say. We'll never know. Yes, it's that one. See, they all look the same, but they're changing different stores. This one's for disliked, this one's for neutral, and that one's for neutral as well. And that one's for disliked, that one's for favorite. Okay, so we did it. It's working. I don't love this. So much so that I would create my own state management library for almost just this reason, but there were other things too. So anyway, Okay. Are we done? Is this really what we have to do? See, we could create feature, right? Because, where was that? Right here? Create feature. Because that would automatically create the selector for, see, select favorite, select whatever. And this would still be the same. It'd be nested. So, and this isn't too bad. This let's try that. Let's create feature actually. Let's see what happens when we use that. All right. It's no longer a reducer. It's a feature. Okay. Jeez, I freaking hate this annoying import issue. Okay, what was the first thing? Why names? That's so weird. What was the name used for? Oh, select. Oh, so that it can make these selectors, I think. Yeah, I think it's for that. Oh, we also need create reducer, so. Okay, create reducer, reducer. Create reducer. Garbage, I should have just. Now we can move all this up to here. What's the deal here? Name is deprecated. Why? Oh, well, first of all, this is an object, actually. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do reducer as yay. Hey, good. Look at that. Good. That is fun. Neutral, and we'll switch these because we're not psychopaths that do things in inconsistent orders. I think that's the best we're going to get from that. So, okay, now that's great. This is good. Now we can go over to selectors. The fourth one. And just get rid of these. Neat. Sweet. Well, and then because they're all exported and imported everywhere, I don't know how much it helps, but what? Pause. Okay, you didn't need to say it loud. What is going on here? Oh. Does this actually need a match, actually? Yes, I think it does. Oh, cool. So we didn't even need the other one either. Okay, good job, NgRx team. That is fantastic. That is a way to reduce boilerplate. That is great. yeah, it requires initial state being an object, but that's okay if you're expecting it to be an object. So, I mean, I could do something like this if I wanted to. Create adapter has nothing as the first argument. I could just pop that in, and that'd be super easy to create some default selectors with that. Yeah, initial state would still be required, but anyway. Go down. Yep, still works. So awesome. Way to go, NgRx team. That was great. Awesome. Yeah, I love that. I hate boilerplate. I really hate boilerplate. So that is actually awesome. Yeah, of course it's not as awesome as state adapt, but whatever. It's awesome. Still learning how to scroll my mouse, apparently. I will say, I've never seen this really before, but I remember reading an article a long time ago about Redux, and it may have been NgRx, but basically selectors are also supposed to be able to allow you to decouple state shape from the consumers of your state. So if you have a selector, then you just change what property the selector is accessing. But if you're generating the selector just based off of the properties directly, that is not, that removes that decoupling. So you have friction. If you want to change state shape, you're like, then I have to define all the selectors now. Or I have to change all of them or whatever. You have work to do. So your state shape no longer is flexible. You have to define selectors instead of just taking the default ones. So that is a drawback of this approach. A lot of boilerplate reduction is like trade-offs like that, where like, okay, most situations this is fine, but you might need to change this, in which case you can't really use this. So that's unfortunate. But still, for this one, I think this was a good idea. I think this was a good thing to have. Okay, observable sources. All right. This one is going to be more work as well. I don't think anything has been done about converting observables to actions. It's not really a common topic. It would be nice, but I doubt really there's anything like that here. Actions are just objects, so yeah. Yep, so this is going to be new as well. This is going to be some boilerplate, I guess. Or, well, no, we're only going to have one action. It's going to have a type on it, so yeah. We're still going to have observables, and then we're going to have to figure out how to do this, but then, yeah, anyway. So we're going to do this a totally reactive way. We're not going to have imperative statements everywhere. We're not going to have the component dispatch 3 actions right at the start. That is really annoying. We're not going to have NgRx effects for fetching data. We're just going to have observables that wrap these inside internally so the component doesn't have to worry. It will be defined in the component probably, but Anyway. Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's start with actions. 5, and this is going to be called observable sources.actions.ts. Okay. Now we need a new one. Receive colors. Create action. Colors. Coolers. Okay. Props. Now we're going to just have something like that, and then a string, of course. Okay, I don't know why this is a function. Why isn't this just a parameter to that? But anyway. Okay. Interesting. All right, so that's that. And then we'll go to the reducer. Could call it feature, I guess, but is this? Yes, I think I remember adding it. It was the second one. So 5 observable sources dot reducer ts. Change that to. We'll change all the 4s to 5. Nice. This one. Cool. Okay, now we're going to handle that new state change. It's going to be very similar to this. It's that wrapping and unwrapping. This freaking drilling down to the state depths of the nested state. This is easier though, because we're just going to do we're going to receive colors. Cool. Good. Great. Yeah. I don't think this will be happy about being on one line, but I will always try. What? Oh, that is already one line. Okay. We know that's going to be moved. Okay. I don't think anything has to change. This is just the source. We're just adding a new data source. So, yeah, that's just fine. All right, so actions are good. Don't need that. We do need selectors still. So, observable sources.selectors. These don't change, I don't think. Where is 4? Is there 4? Yes. It's 5 now. Okay. Don't think there are any 4s. Okay, so we're good there. Now, we want the what? Uh-oh. That was the back button. Good. Okay, we're good. We're good. Jeez, that scared me. Okay. Map module. Let's do 5. All right, now we don't want the component yet. Let's go to the component. I think I'll want to copy that, actually. Okay. Good. These will wrap our actions. So, dang, I had, let's just copy these, and loading is the initial state now, right? Okay, so let's go back to the reducer. Where's the reducer? No. Reducer right here. And this will now be loading. Great. Go back to the component. All right, now we're going to import that and map, and this is not existent or non-existent. It's okay. Fine, I'll just combine it in a single thing. So, all right, so this is how we do this. This is the way to wrap these in a reactive way. So using, is it even importing these from the right places? Good, yes it is. So using, we're gonna have this. Subscribe. This. Okay, and we need a tap here because this is going to receive colors. Oh, call. Oh, man. That's how to do it, though, reactively. Subscribe to this. This happens. And then you get the data. And it goes through Redux DevTools. That is the right way to do this reactively. So since this is so involved, though, I think I'll just copy this. And just okay, and then that will be orange, orange, orange. And it's not annotated independently either, which sucks, but not the end of the world, but it does suck. So there are all these little quality of life things that just are not as good with NgRx. They're just a little off. Well, not just NgRx, but the fact that it's hard to share state or state logic. Okay, so that is what all that is. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to reduce this repetition because this is what was in the state adapt version as well. It's this using thing, the fact that this is ArcGIS. Like, I created a custom operator to do this, but guess what? It's not from ArcGIS. And it only simplifies the syntax a little bit. So this is just the cost of, like, I do this internally inside state adapt. So this isn't extra penalty that I'm just randomly giving NgRx. This is what you have to do if you want to wrap. It's either this or create effects. And effects are not minimal either. So, yeah. And then you have to dispatch to, yeah. So this honestly probably isn't very verbose compared to what normally would be done in NgRx. So I am going to leave it like this because this is the most reactive way to do this. All right. Wait, are we already here? No, observable sources. That was next. Okay, now we need okay, now let's go to the module and enable it. What was the deal with that? Okay, observable sources, I hope you're working. Nice. No, not nice. It sucked. That did not work. Why aren't these being received? Oh, this .store.dispatch. I feel bad because it's already so much boilerplate, but boy, it hurts. Yep. Cool. Nice. Good. Yeah. That's just how it is. All right. That's just how it is. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, when I converted random projects to state adapt, I was reducing like between 30 and 70% of the lines of code. So I guess this shouldn't surprise me that this expands. Even just like compare it to like this one. Like, I mean, this isn't nothing, but just look at that. It's an observable, and then you plug it in and it sets the state. Like that is like so nice. And it logs in Redux dev tools. Like, you can't have something nicer than this, I don't think. This is ideal. But yeah, this was just like all of this. This was defining the action, and the state change is just the set. And then the adapter is sharing the logic. Oh my gosh, I love state adapt. And this is like 27 lines of code, 28 lines of code. Yeah, 28, I think. Nah, excluding initial state. That's 26. Then we go over here. I mean, this is more than 26. Just defining. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, you could define an action and your reducer needs to respond to it. But anyway, that's like 40 lines of code, so. Crazy. This is the way to do it reactively, so. Okay. NgXS is going to look the same. All of them are going to look like this, using. That's how to do this. It's a side effect. The store is a side effect, basically, so. Okay. It's just within an adapt, the side effect is sort of internal. But, yeah, anyway. Okay. let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, so can I just copy that? No. All right. It just gets more and more complex. 6 DOM sources dot actions dot ts. What's this one? Blackout? Yeah. Black. Create action. Oh, this one's simple. Okay. No props. Very simple. Nice. Good. Okay, now we're going to do the feature. And now we have a new thing to respond to, and this one is going to be not as fun. It'll be simple. So I'll just define it here. Fine. Black. 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 Okay. Black color so favorite. Okay. Cool. That one's done. Now selectors. Nothing here except it's the same thing. Next one will have something interesting. $85. Yep. Yeah. So this is pretty easy actually. What's happening here? I should keep this open because it is nice to refer to it, and you can actually use shortcuts to go between the tabs. So that's pretty cool. Okay. All right, we're done here for now. The component is where the real stuff happens. So it's actually easier to go to here and copy that. They're different enough now. And then go here to copy the unique part. So styles and the button, I guess. Wow, that's that, huh? Set all to black. New method. Dispatch. New action. No. Yes. Okay. That's the action creator. That's right. All right. I think this should be good. Yeah. Okay. But we need to add it to app module. Let's close that. Close that. It's going to give us some errors for a bit. That's all right. Okay, here we go. Dot component. Okay. Selector. Oh, 6 observable sources. That's weird. Where is it getting that from? Selectors? No. Where's it getting that from? Reducer. Yep, and then not known element, so now we add it here. Finally, now. What's the deal? Do I have to refresh? Hey, I'm getting used to this. Awesome. Okay, now blackout. Boom. All of it works. Good. Good. Finally. Good. We're done with that one. This is getting good. This is starting to get interesting. I guess I didn't need to... I didn't need to comment any of these out, really. Where did the comment go? It's completely gone. This isn't the right one. What? What just happened? What just happened? I don't know what I just saw. Was it the working app or the broken one? I hope this is working. Observable sources already works. DOM sources, still stupid. Oh, color 6. Oh, we need to add it to. Okay, geez, I need that back button. It's treacherous. Okay, we need to add this. 6. 6 and import. Okay. There we go. There we go. What? Why is it loading black? That's unexpected. Oh man, why is it like this? Initial colors, black, black, black. Oh, receive colors. Right. Okay, so is it all black? There we go. Perfect. I kind of want to count imports because this isn't just the fact that it's a separate file. It's that these are each individual things. Anyway, it's working now, so that's nice. But it's not disabled. That's where the next feature is. Okay, so take this. Selectors. Dot actions. That's not actions, that's a reducer. Let's see. Seven. All right. Now we go to actions. Copy. Out of focus. Can't use my clipboard manager. Multi-store selectors. Actions. Selectors actions. Nothing strange there. Hey, what's going on there? I don't know what that is. Why did that change? I don't know. Why? What? Are these not the exact same thing? Okay, alright, okay. Anyway, so let's go to, so we did that. Let's do selectors. Hey, we get to the interesting part. Cool. Now we get to use our nice clipboard manager. Boom. Okay. We need to know if all of them are black. So it's just this. Don't need to type that more than once. Create a selector, and I'm going to do these three. Close enough. Where you at? Do we really need to define a selector for each of these? I think we do. No. How did I do it in state adapt? I think it ended up being a selector. Let's see. All are black. And then, yeah, that becomes a selector for all of them. Because to do this efficiently, would you want to memorize this for each of them? Create 3 separate selections. I mean, that's the behavior in state adapt, so maybe I should do that. I hate to do this, but change one color. I mean, this isn't going to change if this doesn't change. Let me contemplate this. I am going to implement it as selectors because if I ended up having like a blackout button for each list, then you'd need the selector for all black, and then it'd be more efficient to calculate it for both of them. So anyway, the behavior, the functionality is the same, so it should be the same. This may not have been the best idea here to copy and paste this before. But anyway, so it's going to be this, and then, hey, might as well just use that though. Like that. Yeah? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. There's no way that's going to be fine. Okay. Unfortunately, I think that's going to be like that. That's going to be like that. That has to be like that. That has to be like that. Yeah, that works. Oh, and then we have this one. Holy crap. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oops. Dot every. No reason to do that. Okay, what's the const? Everyone knows this. Oh, what the? Why not? What? This is unknown? Oh. Yes, that's why. No. Good. String. Whoa, projector function. Yeah, I remember. Just weird stuff. What is the deal with this? I'm supposed to be able to do this. What the heck? What am I missing here? I'm gonna pause. Oh, here's the problem. I'm selecting favorite here. The colors, which is like the mapped thing, so I need to do this instead. So get rid of that. I do that. Alright, so yeah. And it still doesn't put on one that makes sense, but it's a lot of boilerplate. But anyway, this is basically how you're going to do this. There's no real other way to do that. So, okay, now let's go to the component. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. I can taste it. Okay, it's all good except we're going to do this here. That's pretty great. Now copy that one there. Okay, and now, man, back here. This is now a thing. This is now a thing. Same with this. 7. Great. Yes. All right, now app component. No more comments. I didn't update the DOM, so I need to do that. But we're basically where we were at the other one, so far so good. Now we need to grab that selector, and there is no HTTP source responsible for it, so this part here, wow, that became all of that. Well, more like this, because this was here. But anyway. Okay, anyway, so now we need to select all our black. So I think this should be pretty easy. Let's put it here. And people recommend putting this in ng on a net. I don't care that much. It's annoying when you're like opening a dialogue and then it locks because it's subscribing and all of that churn is happening. But okay, so select all are black. And we just need the button disabled. That one. And it didn't do a thing, so. Oh. I think that's what it looked like, yes. All right, we are good then. Loading, okay, and now black and disabled and enabled. Good, okay. So everything's done. Wow, okay. Now I'm going to scan through this, make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. I mean, injecting. Oh, this is for like dependency injection, yeah. Fun. Meta reducers. I mean, I don't really care about middleware. I've never really used it. There was like one for freezing state that I tried to use at first, but it doesn't matter. Oh, meta reducer to log actions, right. So the action logger, that is a meta reducer, isn't it? Yeah, whatever. You just sanitize the actions in state and keep using DevTools, but that's, I don't know, maybe I should support something like that with state adapt. I mean, this is just basic stuff. Resetting. I mean, whatever. I don't see how that helps, but I'm going to pause and just scan through this, and if there's something interesting, I'll unpause. I didn't really find anything. It's pretty basic, like this stuff, so, like it's NgRx. I'm pretty familiar with NgRx. Then create action group. I mean, that's a new thing, I think, that I haven't been able to use yet, or I don't even see documentation for it, but it wouldn't have made that much of a difference. So, yeah, okay, so there we go. So we got 4 files for each level of complexity, and let's just look at these 4 files. Just at the end, add them up and compare to the state adapt one. So we got 109 there, and then we've got 43 plus 51, so that's 94. 210. So we got 222. 222 compared to 109. That's typical. If you get rid of the imports, that'd be -2. What was this? 222? I think 222 and then 109. Yeah, something like that. So 220. A lot of imports. 204, right? Inclusive. And then no, 205. Then 199 and 192. So assuming they're all in the same file, if I put all these in the same file, so no imports, it would still be like 190, wasn't it? Something like that. 190 to 109. Just about 50%. So whatever. It's, yeah, huge difference. I mean, look at this is all of it. You got this. This is the one thing that's happening. And in your reducer, it's nested. And you've got this state change right there, all to black. I think. No, that was that one. That repetition is what you see here. This one right here. So those are the same, but anyway, so yeah, this is like super minimal compared to NgRx, and NgXS is similar. I don't know about Elf and Akita. I'm pretty sure it's pretty minimal compared to those two. I did one demo repo, and Elf was almost as minimal as Stated Apps, so pretty good there. But anyway, oh man, God, it is late. I am super tired. But yeah, that was fun. I guess. Yeah, so I will look at this. What I want to do, just Google progressive reactivity in Angular, and this will be probably the last article, I think. And I'll basically put, I think I want to do a graph with like a bar chart or whatever, bars for each state management library and what level of complexity and how many lines of code added it was, not total. So it'll be like mostly flat, I think, across the graph. And yeah, I could calculate the results here, but you should just go look at the article and create an account if you don't have one, and give it a heart. That would be pretty awesome. And while you're at it, go to GitHub and give StateAdapt a star. It needs more stars. It needs a lot more stars. So, yeah, this has been interesting. And if I had gone the other route with multiple reducers, yeah, that would have been really boilerplatey as well. So there's not much to do about this. This is just kind of how it has to be. I mean, let me know if you can think of something better to do with this, but I think this is probably the best thing, like the best to do with NgRx. Like this is probably the best way to do it. I do like create feature, but yeah, like I said, like sometimes you would want that decoupling with the selectors and the property names. So I could do this optimization in StateAdapt as well. That'd be even less boilerplate. Yeah, it is. I do this a lot. I do create like property selectors. But anyway, so yeah, let me know if I missed something, but I don't think I did. And I'll count the results and eventually put them on the other one. But for now, I'm going to move on to NGXS, and I have a lot more stuff to say about NGXS. I love NgRx. NgRx, the one thing it has going for it is it has the one-way data flow, and that is reactive. Reactive is like the opposite of active, and if you're reacting, you're like looking at things and reacting to them. The things aren't telling you how to behave, so each thing is just reacting. So that's one-way data flow. That's another way of saying one-way data flow. I love NgRx for that reason. It's extremely one-way data flow oriented, and you can't change it much without getting rid of that. So I do love NgRx. I really do. It's better than the alternatives. It is a lot of code. So that, like, I would rather use NgRx than not usually, but it's, most developers just can't stand all the extra code. So, in that one situation where you have shared logic and the easiest thing happens to be to modify the state structure and the actions, that sucks big time. I just wish the adapters were used more often, and they could be in NgRx if it's just a pattern that was encouraged more and supported more. But anyway, NgRx is still great how it is. So I don't usually hear my fan on my computer. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, you can't. Wow, amazing. It says no sound. So, but yeah, that's the end anyway. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if I missed anything, and yeah, keep using NgRx or StateAdapt. Use StateAdapt. StateAdapt is awesome. All right, bye.